Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we got another shop talk video, and today's topic is going to be, should you be cleaning your engine bay and your engine to get any dirt and debris off of it? Now before we go ahead and begin, if you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, hit the subscribe button down below and definitely smash that like button because it helps the channel out. And with that said, let's go ahead and get into today's topic. Alright guys, so should you be cleaning your engine bay and your engine? And the answer for this is absolutely yes. Now, a few years back, I probably would have said only do it when you have to, but after working at a dealer and running into a certain scenario and seeing the type of stuff that can build up in an engine bay throughout the years, I definitely say that you should be cleaning your engine at least once a year, usually right after winter, to help get rid of any sort of oils, road debris, salts, or anything that might get in there. Now, a couple years back, the thing that founded this in my mind, where I do regular cleanings even on my vehicle's engines, is that I worked at a dealer and this car came in and it had an overheat condition, and it got passed around the shop and it wound up falling on my lap after a few technicians had guessed on it and replaced this and it didn't fix it, and vice versa. It fell into my lap. Now, as a technician, guys, I've always tried to work very clean. I don't want to say I don't like getting dirty because it's a part of my job, but if a car comes in with an engine and there's oil and grease and stuff everywhere and I got to work on it, I've always been a fan of getting it clean before I get to work on it, especially if I'm going to be doing something where I'm opening up a vital system like the valve cover or cooling system or anything like that, because I don't want any dirt, debris, or anything falling in. So this car was overheating, came to me, it got thrown at me by the manager, and he's like, hey, you got to diagnose it, tell us what you think, because we've been trying to figure this out, we can't figure it out. I was like, okay. So I opened the hood, everything is dirty. Now this car apparently had a valve cover gasket leaking for years, and a bunch of dirt and road debris and that oil and then salt and anything that pretty much can get caught up in the engine bay had basically made like a really thick jacket wall on this engine block. And me being a clean freak, I said to myself, hey, before I work on this thing, I'm going to send it to the car wash area and have them clean out the engine bay, so that way I can start off fresh. Plus, a lot of people had drained and filled the coolant, the previous techs before me, so there was coolant everywhere, and I was like, let me just start off fresh. So I take it to the engine detailing area of our dealership. The guys clean up the engine bay, make it spotless, and they even told me like, wow, this one was bad. There was like a thick coating of oil all over the engine. I was like, oh, thank you. So get the car back to my stall, do my checks, and inadvertently I had fixed the car without even knowing it, guys. Just sending it to the car wash to get the engine cleaned out solved the issue, because that thick insulation was helping retain so much heat in the engine block that it was basically boiling over the coolant before the radiator could even cool it down or work fast enough. It was a weird scenario, and I never in a million years would have expected a scenario like that, but it had happened. But ever since that scenario that happened to me, I've just been adamant about it. And after that, I would pay attention to customer vehicles and my vehicles, and I would notice that, especially here in Chicago, if you drive through the winter, there's a lot of water and salt and snow that can pack up underneath. The salt will liquefy, and I've seen salt make it all the way up to the hood, from underneath the engine all the way up, and it gets all around the engine bay in certain areas. And on top of it being corrosive in the summertime when it starts eating away at paint and all the other things that can get in there, I always told myself, hey, you know what, maybe I should start cleaning my engine, especially after that situation that I had dealt with. And ever since then, every year, right around after winter, when the roads are cleared up, there's no more salt here, I will bring my car in and do my oil change or whatever service I have to do, and then I will actually clean out my engine bay and run some soap and water through the undercarriage, try to get off any salt or anything. Now the undercarriage stuff and all that is to prevent corrosion, guys, but for the engine, it's basically, I don't want my engine to build any sort of insulated jacket. And the biggest benefit to cleaning your engine regularly is that you will notice if something is leaking or if you have an issue pretty clearly, because if you clean up your engine every year, that doesn't give it enough time for anything to build up. And what winds up happening is if you have an oil leak from a valve cover or something going on, you'll be able to trace it right away. Now, one thing I will say, guys, when you clean your engine, a regular garden hose will work just fine. You don't really need a pressure washer. Don't go to those hand car washes where it's a 5,000 PSI blast nozzle and start cleaning your engine bay, because there's a right way and a wrong way to do it. I'm not going to get into the details of that right now, because I actually do have a video covering how to clean an engine bay. If you guys want to go to my channel and search it, you'll find it. But With that said, I mean, if you clean up your engine bay every year, you do a lot of benefit. A clean and, let's say, non-overheating engine is a happy engine. If it's clean, you can spot any leaks or any sort of issues before they become a real big issue. And overall, it'll just help your car last longer because you're washing away any salt, dirt, or debris, or anything that may be an issue later and, you know, cause degrading components like plastic. I know if you get a bunch of dirt on plastic over time, it will degrade it and eat it away. So by keeping these areas clean from any sort of dirt, grime, grease, or anything like that, you're actually helping extend their life. So things like hoses, belts, and all those things will last a little bit longer if you take the steps to clean them out right. As long as you're using the appropriate materials and sort of tools to clean them out. Obviously, like I mentioned, no pressure washers, and probably don't want to take your Lysol and just spray it all over your engine. There's specific products made for engine cleaning that are designed not to hurt anything. So as long as you follow the proper steps, it is a very good thing to do, guys. It'll definitely help your car out in the long run, and something that I would say you should consider doing, especially if you've never done it. At least clean it out every once in a while. It won't be a bad thing, trust me. It'll definitely help out. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Please comment, like, and subscribe because it definitely helps the channel grow. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.